because I was too busy doing sports, football, lived in Miami. That wasn't like a topic, that I would follow. So I really didn't even know about like the monkey emoji or anything like that. I didn't even know about that. There was one day where I took a picture with her and sent it to my cousin, and I was like, yo, should I post this picture? He goes, you might want to hold off on that. She's going through some things. And then that's when I looked on the internet and found out. But by that time, I already liked her. And, I didn't think she was like that from our interaction. So I felt like, okay, I can help her. I can introduce her to my family. I can get her kind of hip, and that's exactly what I did.
And that when you were going to post the picture, like, because that really did all happen kind of right at the same time. Like, I think you met her
at the same time. Yeah.
What about, were you aware, and again, like, I don't think this either, but, like, there was that narrative out there, like, well, you're her new boyfriend right after the monkey emoji. Like, well, that's convenient. There was that narrative out there.
There was that narrative. There was. To be honest with you, at this point, I don't know. I don't know, it could have went either way, but I mean, we loved each other, and like, I know I don't think she was using me, because she wanted me in her kid's life, she wouldn't do that if she was just like trying to get her image back. So, I mean, it was love. I felt love.
Right. And like, when you introduce someone to your children, I mean, you're not just going to roll the dice. Exactly. And I mean, that's kind of a pretty serious thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And she wanted kids as well. So, I mean, I guess, we were doing good,
You were, look, you had a good run of it and you didn't feel used at all. Or
we did have a really good run, just like, it's just sad that I wish filming started months earlier, because when filming started, we were kind of like declining a little bit, I really didn't want everybody to see our decline, because we had some really good times together. So, it is what it is,
Did you have any reservations about joining the show? Just because, like you said, like, you were going strong, and then like when filming started, you were kind of on the decline a little bit. Like, did you have that kind of reservation of like, wait, I'm joining a show with this person who's been on it as an OG since the beginning, and we're a little bit on the decline?
Well, you know what? My manager actually broke it down to me and was like, hey, I'm gonna let you know, if you want to decline, it's gonna get exposed, And I was like, nah, it's not gonna get exposed. It's gonna make her stronger, Yeah, right. But that's kind of how that's kind of what happened, It was just a lot of stuff just moved fast,
That's when it's like, welcome to reality TV. Like you mentioned, the fans, and I mean, everything gets exposed, Caleb, everything. So your manager was correct in that sense.
Yeah. And like, for me, I'm a quiet person, like, I don't really speak out too much about things. I'm an observer, and this show made me like speak out, like tell my feelings, which is good. That's why I love that the show did that for me. Because now, my next relationship or business wise, I can speak out. Like, I'm not afraid to speak out. I'm not afraid to show my emotions. That's what Kathryn taught me. That's what the show has taught me. So that's a good thing. That's probably the best thing that came out of it.
Wow. So it's like the show and Kathryn, you really take away like more how to express your emotions.
Like they really did. They really did.
Wow. How either hard or easy was it? Listen, we've learned a little bit about you this season. We've learned that you're a mama's boy, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Mama. Right? we listen, and any mother that brings out the brown liquor as soon as you walk in, like I have to say, kudos to her. But how was that? Because she knows Kathryn and, she has this relationship with Kathryn. Like, was that easier when you guys were breaking up? Like, does she still speak to Kathryn, or was it harder just because she had this prior relationship with Kathryn?
I mean, it was kind of normal, like at first my mom's a female. So my mom was trying to look at it from Kathryn's side and break it down to me about what she's feeling and how I should feel, towards that and stuff like that. So she was trying to get us back together. But then like after a while, when, she saw what I was going through, she saw what Kathryn was going through, she goes, all right, well, it might be time for like y'all just to just go separate ways. We've learned a lot out of the relationship to take to the next relationship, or just to be better people.
That makes a
If
lot
that
of
made any
sense.
sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense. We saw this scene also when you were speaking to Naomi. I mean, we learned that you knew Naomi way longer than you knew Kathryn. You've known Naomi forever.
I did.
So there was that scene where you're speaking to Naomi and you're kind of, letting her know, because you've known her forever, like the troubles like you and Kathryn were going through, and you said you have a savior complex. Like, so do you have a savior complex, Caleb? Or it came up that you did?
I think so. I wouldn't call it a savior complex. I'll call it, I just have heart. I have a heart, And if I see a little light in somebody, like, and I feel like you can do better, and I know you can do better, like, I'm going to help you. If I got it, you got it, basically. That's just kind of the person I am. That's what my mama raised me. It's not savior complex. It's just I have a heart. That's all.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. And like me talking to Naomi, like the reason why I talked about that stuff with Naomi, because I know Naomi knows her. I know Naomi knows her. I know if I do talk to Naomi about this, we can talk back and forth because we both know her. And like, I can't talk to really anybody about Kathryn, So it wasn't like I felt comfortable. They definitely got it out of me. I don't want to be talking shit about my girl, but it kind of just, sounded that way.
Did Naomi, and I don't even know if warns is the right word because I'm not coming for Kathryn, but Naomi and Kathryn have this history. Like, did Naomi or anyone in this, kind of warn you about Kathryn in the sense of like,
Oh, every single person and their mama warned me about Kathryn. I was like, red flag, what's that? But no, I got warned. I got warned by my cousin's ex-girl. Like, and it wasn't so much that she wasn't like a bad person. It was just, all right, you date her, this is what's going to come. Okay, she's going through this, she's going through this, she's going through this. Not like baggage, but kind of like baggage. You're going to have to take that in. And I would have been able to take it in if she kind of warned me what was coming. But it was no warning. It was just, boom, this is what you got to deal with. Take it or leave it. You're a fucking man. Deal with it type,
Yes, that makes sense to me too. What about, because there's so much social media, like, look, you've seen, like, in this world, everyone has an opinion. Where are you guys today? Because it seems to, be changing by the week. I mean, do you have any communication at all?
You know what? I went to Charleston a few weeks ago and she texted me saying something. She was asking for somebody's number, but I haven't talked to her in fucking 6